Hi guys, this is Grace again. And so last week we were able to talk about the armor of God and how we can use the armor of God in our daily lives. And so today we're actually going to be talking about a very common parable in the book of Luke. And so if you guys don't know what a parable is a story that Jesus would tell in this time, and it was able to show us maybe a lesson that we needed to learn, or just something that the Lord was going to teach these people. And so I'm going to be reading in Luke chapter 15, verses 18 through 24. And question for y'all, so is Luke in the Old Testament or the New Testament? New Testament, exactly right. You guys are killing it. And what division is Luke in? Luke is in the Gospels, you're exactly right. So I'm going to be reading Luke chapter 15, verses 18 through 24. And it says, I will arise and go to my father, and I will say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Treat me as one of your hired servants. And he arose and came to his father, but while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and felt compassion and ran and embraced him and kissed him. And the son said to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. But the father said to his servants, Bring quickly the best robe and put it on him, and put on the ring on his hand and the shoes on his feet, and bring the fattened calf and kill it, and let us eat and celebrate. For this my son was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found. And they begin to celebrate. So in this passage, Jesus is talking to these religious leaders. And these religious leaders, through him talking, they had realized that something was missing. They had realized that they didn't know what sin was, and they didn't know that they even had sin. So what is sin? So sin is anything that you think, say, do, or don't do that displeases God. We all sin. Everybody sins every single day. We all have made mistakes. And those religious leaders didn't really get that in their head at the moment. So I'm going to show you guys an example just to give you guys another way of thinking it. So I have this amazing box of macaroni and cheese. Macaroni and cheese is the best. I will probably have it for dinner if I'm being honest. But if I hand you a box of just straight macaroni and cheese, if I hand you this box and I say, make macaroni and cheese, ready, set, go. You can't make it, right? Why can't you not make it? Because you don't have all the ingredients. You need the cheese to sprinkle on it. You need to have water boiling. You need to have all these ingredients. So we're missing something. I don't have a pot next to me or anything like that. I just have a box of macaroni and cheese. So that is how the religious leaders' minds were. They realized something was missing. And that thing that was missing was that they knew that they didn't have sin. They were just not realizing the true meaning of sin and why they had sin in their life and why they were in need of a savior. So this story tells us that we have sinned against God, and we are in very much need of a savior. And that is just such a great example of how Jesus died on the cross for us, and he has loved us, and he has shown us the way. So I want to challenge you guys this week is think about one thing. What does it mean to seek the lost? What does it mean to that? Because we have so many people in our lives that we know that do not know the Lord, and we have the opportunity to share his love and share the works of him by reading his word. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.